Welcome to the Good Life, where life is always good. My name is Kurt, and I want to thank everyone for my views. My views are definitely increasing, and if you could do me a favor and like and subscribe to this channel, and I will promise I will start being more consistent. Boy, today is not a good day if you are um, a fan or a season ticket holder of the Dallas Mavericks. The Mavericks made a shocking, almost at midnight trade of Luka Doncic to the LA Lakers for Anthony Davis at a 2029 first round pick. No one, well, not saying that no one knows where this came from, but it really came out of nowhere. And supposedly some of the um, teammates and supposedly Jason Kidd, the Mavericks head coach, knew nothing about this. This is something that Nico Nico put off on his own. Big shocker. Um, Last week or week before, the Dallas Cowboys made a head coaching hire, which wasn't at the pleasing of many Cowboy fans and many Cowboy season ticket holders. But it is what it is. I'm not a I'm not a bandwagon. Um, I'm a fan of teams, n- not players. Uh, Not that Luca now is the enemy in my eyes. I just won't tune in to every game that Luca's playing like I did when he was with the Mavericks. So a new start for both um, Luca and Anthony Davis, and both of them right now are injured, so they won't be playing anytime soon. Luca has, I think, it was a ankle, I believe, and Anthony Davis, they heard last night something about a stomach. I'm not sure. It seemed like they got misses 25 to 30 games a year because of injuries. But um, hey, it is what it is, and Cowboys made their hire, and a lot of people wanted Deion Sanders, and ended up getting Brian Schottenheimer. And I don't think a lot of people are upset of the name, but they just weren't happy with the process. It is what it is. It's done, and all we can do as fans is just continue to hope our team wins. I'm still dealing with some COVID issues. I woke up this morning. Gosh, it was about 5 o'clock, and I had a headache, and I ended up taking something, and I probably laid there for another hour or so, and it went away, and still have some coughing, no sneezing today, but all is good in my COVID world. I'll be glad when this shit is gone. Gosh, I'm so tired of it. Yeah, but I'm good on that part. Spoke to my wife a couple hours ago, and she is enjoying spending time with her mother in Canada, and they return on um, Tuesday. So I'm excited for them to come back, but I'm glad that she got a chance to go up there to spend time with her mother, because you just never know when the last time you spoke to someone, if that could be your last time. And life is too short to take for granted that everyone's going to come home, and whenever you call someone, they're going to answer the phone. None of that's guaranteed. I'm just glad that I still have both of my parents. all of my grandparents are deceased, and they've all been deceased for, oh gosh, since the mid to late 90s. I don't believe any of them actually made 1997. I believe. I think that was the year that the last one died. So my grandparents have been gone for a while. So if your grandparents are still here, even if your great grandparents are still here, just pick up the phone or go get in your car and just go visit. Call them on FaceTime. Get the kids around so they can say hi to them. But just don't think that, oh, I'll do it next week. Next week is not promised. The next breath is not promised. So that's my message for today on that subject is um, go see your loved ones. And if you're holding some kind of grudge, just pick up the phone and send a text message and say hi. Just you never know what anyone's going through. So that message may be something that just really makes their day. Being a homeowner is it has its ups and downs and highs and lows versus when you're in a apartment and something happens, you can just get a hold of management, and management gets a hold of maintenance, and your issue is resolved. Well, as I stated yesterday on my last video, that I was going to clean off the patio so I can prepare for a Super Bowl party. So this morning, went to Home Depot and purchased a new nozzle because the previous one it was broke. Put it on. Um, I I got the broom and soap and sprayed it down. But when I finished, I went to turn off the the faucet from the wall, and I noticed that there was a lot of water on the ground. So I opened up the gate, and I noticed that there was water coming out of the wall in two areas, and those two areas they weren't that far from each other. So I sent my wife a video of what was going on, and she called me back. Well, sorry, she called me on FaceTime, and I showed her what was going on, and she said, "Go look in the house and in the breakfast area, see if there's any water coming through," and it was. So I had to get some towels and ended up going back to Home Depot and bought a blower to drop the floor. It really wasn't that much water, but just don't want to have that area wet because we don't want to mess up the floor. End up calling a plumber, so the plumber is going to come tomorrow and fix whatever's going on outside. Um, so that aspect of being a homeowner can be very frustrating. So if any of you have these kind of issues at home, I know it sucks, but hey, we have to do what we have to do to make sure that our home is our home and not a place of anger and frustration. And just want to make sure that our homes are in decent shape. So I have a window tomorrow from 8 to 12. So at first she had said 12 to 4, and I was like, oh, you don't have anything earlier? She said, oh yeah, actually we do. I said, well, I'll take the other one. So hopefully tomorrow we'll be able to get that fixed. And I have basketball tomorrow. I have two games. Tomorrow is the last day of middle school basketball. High school sub varsity, which is the junior varsity and freshman, they may still have one game or maybe two. Varsity is at the end of their season, so they're getting ready to roll into playoffs. So I am excited. I love watching high school basketball. I don't referee high school basketball. I just do seventh and eighth graders. I don't want. Now, I'm not saying that the lower levels aren't competitive because those games are, but it's just a different level doing freshman and junior varsity. I'm not interested in doing varsity games, basketball. I do varsity football, so I just need a break from that kind of pressure, in a game. But yeah, I got 2 games tomorrow, and that'll be it. Must be my this will be my first year in about 10, 11 years since doing high school basketball. So I consider myself a rookie. So each time I've gone out, I have been paired with a veteran. So that has helped. And I don't think I've had any. Well, I mean, as an official, with any sport, you have calls that you miss, and you have angry parents, you have angry fans, and angry players. The kids get their anger from coaches and fans, and I believe that these kids will play better if the parents just cheered and not try to officiate and not try to coach. Uh, I'm not trying to be funny, but that's not your place. Your place as a parent is to cheer your kid on and not try to yell at the officials, because you yelling at an official, it's not going to get that call overturned. You cussing at an official is not going to get that call overturned. Um, and take it another level, any UIL sponsored event, which is the governing body in Texas for extracurricular activity, if an assault happens at any UIL sponsored event from a parent, from a spectator to a official, you are banned for life for coming to any UIL sponsored event. And that's not, I don't think there's much wiggle room in that at all. And that took place, I guess, a couple years ago. I know in the past we've had a few issues here in the state where a player attacked a referee, and I want to say it was in San Antonio. This had been about 5, 6 years ago. There have been instances, especially in basketball, where a parent has attacked an official during or after a game. So if parents would just parent, just enjoy your kid playing. Do not become part of the game. Don't become part of the show. Don't become the parent that encourages other parents to be loud and act ignorant. If it looks that easy, you can always go join the local chapter for whichever sport, be it baseball, basketball, volleyball. They're always looking for officials. And once you get on that court or that field, you realize that, it's not that easy, being down on the field versus being up in the stands. Because usually as a parent, I can always tell when I can always tell the child by the way a spectator is acting. I can always tell, oh, that's mama, that's dad, that's grandmama or whatever. Then that's sister or brother. I can always tell because it's usually on a particular play that happens, and oh, that was a foul, oh, that wasn't a foul, and they're the loudest one, and they're the one that's the most dramatic. So I have seen it all, I've heard it all. I've never thrown a parent out of a no, I've never thrown a coach out of a game. I was doing pee wee football a few years ago, and I actually stopped a game and told it was pee wee, and most crazy stories happen when it's pee wee football, pee wee basketball. That's when the craziness happens. But I had to stop the game and have the police officer come over and have the lady escorted out of the stadium, not stadium, but the area that this pee wee football was going in. And I had stopped pee wee football for about good 8 years just because of the parents. I just couldn't take it. And then I started back, and when I started back, the money was way different as an official. So, yeah, I can go out on a Saturday and make pretty good money doing 3 to 5 games. Yeah, it takes all day, but at the end of the day, yeah, I've made good money, and the best part of it, most leagues, especially Pee Wee football leagues, they pay cash. So they give you a little envelope on it. It had a number of games and how much is in there, and you good. So yeah, just be a parent. Um, let the kids have fun. You know, everything today has just become so specialized, and these kids have a hard time being a kid because parents they they've taken the fun out of it, especially in football. You see these parents show up with these big old cameras on the sideline, want a video from different angles, and I'm pretty sure they go home and they watch film. Come on, me personally, that's just too much. But let kids have fun. Coaches coaches worry more about us than their own play calling. They yell at us, and I'm sitting here thinking, golly, 2 plays ago you ran, X play, and that was a dumb play. But I don't yell at them saying, hey, that was a dumb play. Or, I don't yell at them saying that kid doesn't deserve to be on the field. I've heard coaches, you know, yell at, yell at officials, oh, you need to be in the stands. I've heard it all. But yeah, just let kids have fun. Sports is supposed to be for the kids, not for the parents. But so many parents live through their kids, and yeah, let's not do that. But yeah, I just wanted to hop on and kind of give you an update on what's going on in my world, and I hope your world is going good. And uh, help me grow my page by um, liking and subscribing. And I want everyone to just remember, have a good day. Reach out to someone today, whenever you finish watching this, and let them know that, hey, I'm here for you. If you ever want to talk, just hit me up. All right, peace out. Everybody be good.